Okay, I decided to use Runway to try to see what it can do with text to video. I'm in the free version. I tried it first by giving it this prompt. I do marketing for a painting contractor, so I wanted to see if it could generate a video of somebody rolling paint on a wall. So I gave it this prompt here. A professional painting contractor rolling light blue paint onto a white interior wall beside a window. So here's what it came up with. As you can see, especially if you look down here at its feet near the end there, a bucket just appears. Not very realistic. So, okay, so that wasn't going to work. So I figured maybe that kind of human motion would be too much. So then I gave it this other prompt, which you can see down here. A woman pouring herself a glass of wine at the kitchen island in her kitchen with blue cabinets, hardwood floors, white marble counters, white subway tile backsplash, and natural light. Here, it was better. At least the environment is fantastic. But on my 4-second video, you can see that the AI just doesn't quite get the props correct. Doesn't get her hand correct either. Toward the last couple of seconds there, her hand really morphs into something unnatural. The rest of her is decent. It could almost work, but I'm very impressed with this background. So, since we would normally want to show beautiful kitchens where we've painted the cabinets, for example, I'm wondering what it would do if I just want to shoot. If I want to imitate the kind of B-roll you would see on an HGTV show where the camera is just slowly kind of panning or dollying through a kitchen. So let's try different prompts. Let's try... Actually, I'm going to reuse some of this. Let's say if I remove this part, I don't know how to give it a prompt without a human subject, so let's see. We'll try a slow panning shot of a kitchen with blue cabinets, hardwood floors, marble counters, etc., with the camera held at waist level. Let's see what it does. And of course, it is going to take a little bit to generate, but since I'm not giving it a human being, maybe it'll generate a little bit faster. While we're waiting, I can say that it's just not ready for, at least the free version, I don't think is ready for generating humans yet. Although I have seen some AI generated video that includes humans that is pretty good, but maybe they are better at their prompts than I am. This looks like a very slow generation for this prompt, way slower than my others. My other two generated in about 20 seconds. So this one is still at 1%. So I might stop the video and then, or at least pause the video and then see if I can carry on in a sec. Let's see here. All right, I am back. My third attempt has finished generating. I like the image so far. It looks pretty realistic. Let's see what the video looks like. Okay, so it's got a very shallow depth of field. So the focus is pretty much set for the... You can see the far left cabinets with the handles is where it has focused the camera, so to speak. But this is very nicely done. So I'm wondering if now I need to add Specify depth of field. I see some things down here at the bottom of the Runway menu, such as add style. Don't know what motion brush is yet. The camera motion is interesting. Let's see now. I'm wondering if I can do with all items in focus. If I put that in the prompt, let's see what happens. Or instead of all items, with the entire scene in focus. Let's try that. Generate. Oh, it's over here. Okay, this is a much faster generate. It appears. But I definitely like I like the scene that it has generated. It is well done. It reminds me of some of the AI generated interior shots I've seen on using Midjourney that I see posted on Instagram of big gorgeous interiors that people think are real, and the comments will say things like, "Where did you get that sofa?" or "I love the paint color," even though it's an AI generated interior. So I can usually spot those when I see them on Instagram because the interiors are too large, with 20-foot ceilings and overly dramatic lighting, or they almost look like the interior of castles. But the interior shot of a kitchen that Runway is giving me here looks pretty good. It's not exaggerated or anything. All right, now it's almost rendered. This will be my final test. Okay, let's see what we got. It looks like they've got the same video assets. Looks like the same cabinet color, the same hardware. Let's see how it plays. This is fascinating. I like it. I like it a lot. It even included things like the range hood for me and the items with the open shelving. So I can definitely see this being, for starters, this can be a good tool for interior designers to use to see what kind of style their client wants to hire the designer to use to design their home. But this is very impressive. I like it. It's a good test.